Hey, Libra. We're here to do your timeless energy reading. You're going to use 2 oracle decks, the Halloween oracle and the lesson cards. And then we're going to do a Celtic cross with the King of Crowns, Wild Unknown, Tarot, and Animal oracle. I've been shuffling. I've shuffled all these decks already, but I shuffle a couple more times with y'all. Just to show you what's up. Alright, energy from the Halloween oracle, please. Hope you all enjoyed your season. Happy belated birthday, right? Okay. Quiet. 2. Nobody's gotten 2 yet, but ancestors. The love and legacy of our DNA. And then Black Cat, fortune meets opportunity. Very interesting. So I've been getting like one card and then the bottom, Skull of Light, Illumination. This one I haven't read yet. So should your reading go short, we'll actually read that at the end. So we're just gonna do that intuitively. Illumination is pretty self-explanatory, but if there's more messages, I think toward the end, we'll do that. Okay. Lesson cards. Love and legacy DNA. Fortune and illumination. What I get from that is something about your family is illuminated. Something about your ancestry is illuminated. That's going to actually really open doors of opportunity. Maybe fortunate ones. Lesson cards. Please. Just one lesson card, please, for Libra, since we're overflowed so thus far. Are you not wanting to talk? Are you hermiting? Are you a little bummed that your season just ended? Humor. Oh, maybe not. Humor. Me being silly. So you have several cards, which I may just like peek at them real quick. But humor. I choose to locus. I choose to locus. Focus on the lighter side of life. Green. Super pretty. But then we've got guilt, forgiveness, and trust. This could be you or someone around you. And this could be familial with everything that's going on, but it doesn't have to be. It could be anything. Work, friendship, romantic. But guilt, forgiveness, and trust. There's so many different scenarios popping in. I'm like, how do I even synthesize this at this point? Could be forgiving yourself for whatever you might feel guilty about. And trusting yourself in the future to do better. This could be the same sort of thing in any combination with anybody else. Whoa. Whole thing. Maybe just one person needed to hear that. You know, you can forgive yourself. Oh. This synthesizes it. Might not seem like it at first, because pride has a strange connotation. But pride, I don't know if I've seen this card yet, honestly, and I've had this for a little while, but I love myself, and I see myself in everybody. So all those scenarios kind of boil down to we all deserve the best. Like, we all deserve the best life we can possibly manage. You know, in respect to sovereignty and rights of others. It's very Libran topics that we're pulling into here, but humor. Humor. I don't know if you've been taking things too seriously, or maybe the people around you have been. And, because those don't really tie in just yet, but maybe something will... Been talking for 5 minutes already, but let's see what the Celtic Cross has to say. The 2 decks are kind of thick, so take some managing. Okay, and you just saw whatever was on the bottom, but I didn't see it, so you, what crosses, headspace, root of the matter, snag my nail, recent past, your future, how you see yourself, how others see you, hopes and fears, an outcome, and the overall energy. The ants, which I've shuffled this a ton. I saw it pop up a couple times. This was in Leo's reading. Oh. I was thinking, because I was like, oh, but that wasn't the last reading I did. The last reading I did was Virgo. So that's funny. Ant is coming up again. Fire ant. For some reason it looks underneath, so it's temperance underneath. Don't usually do that, but here we are. You need to calm the mind. Or calm your, maybe. Oh, this darn nail. I'm sorry. It's snagging on me. Or on my cloth. You. Isn't that interesting? Hummingbird and hawk. What a contrast. It is that energy of moving in 2 opposite directions. If it was in a placement that wasn't you specifically, maybe I would say this is 2 other characters that aren't at least not looking at each other in it. Context would be based on everything else. Anyways, there's that humorous, playful side of you, but then there's that hawk that's trying to figure something else out. That skull of light, illumination. Both of these have that that focal point of light somewhat that they're within, although the hawk's looks bigger, so maybe the hawk just sees further than the hummingbird. I don't know why I'm mentioning that. Maybe we'll figure out what that means, but what crosses you? The camel and the otter. Is this gonna be like this feels so Geminian, but I know this is Libra's reading. This is going in the same direction as the hummingbird, and this is going in the same direction as the hawk. What crosses you? Do you focus on your lovey-dovey energy? Or do you focus on this is fire, so it's not an earth, but you focus on being prepared for what? I don't know yet, but maybe opportunities? Headspace. The Lamb and the 9 of Cups. Headspace. You're feeling emotionally satisfied, but also a touch vulnerable. It's earth energy, though. I can't help but think of this lamb as sort of a page energy. Not even approaching night energy. It's not that it's immature per se. It just seems not immature in a mental capacity. Just young, green, and some... Well, I don't even mean that. I said it again, though, didn't I? Headspace is being I was seeing this as like, I don't know. I wasn't understanding. But seeing as like striving for emotional satisfaction is something that's maybe just new to you. So like very unsure. See that energy? It's like a fresh little babe. Root of the matter. Trying to this is like a play. Just like a little activity I'm watching, like fox. I mean, you would usually do like a fox in the hen house sort of thing, but a dove, you know, elicits similar imagery. Root of the matter is is it a fox facing judgment? I mean, it is. It's like so on the nose. But is that good or bad? We don't know. And the lamb. But these are both earth energies. But you are an air energy, and you are actually a Libra. It's air energy. Sorry, this is stumping me a little bit. I'm like, what is even happening? Recent past. Mother of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. That is beautiful energy. So the Queen of Pentacles, most stable queen, got her shit together. You know, the mother, very nurturing. She's got a baby right there. And the stability of the Four of Wands, sometimes seen as a celebration card. It seems like you already made it to some kind of destination. Near future. Lots of fire energy. Elephant and the lizard. They feel like they're both fire energy, but they feel like contradicting energies. Like yeah, I am conflicted. It's like wanting to harness the fire and drive of an elephant, but incognito like a lizard. What are you doing? Fortune meets opportunity. I don't know if you're trying to hide anything. You're also not necessarily... There's nothing to indicate it here. It's almost like... What? I was going to say I almost don't want to appear to be an elephant. It just seems... almost too risky. But I don't know where I'm getting that from. I don't know where I'm getting that from. Admittedly. But that's what's coming through. That the fire of the lizard might take a little longer. How you see yourself. What? Crow and the Ten of Swords. You should have seen something. That's what this is telling me. You should have seen something that was going to hurt you. Ooh. What is this? What is this? How others see you. I gotta keep going because, like, how others see you. Whoa, whoa. Tarantula and the Five of Swords. So, Tarantula, they're quiet, but somebody sees you as raven mad? That's like the phrase, which is like, it's not something I say. They're raven mad. Like, what? No. No. It's like throwing a frying pan energy. Like, what? That's how people see you. As mad. Your future. Hopes and fears. Four of Pentacles and Seven of Cups. Hopes and fears. It's like a holding back energy to assess your options or your next steps. I guess that doesn't feel like a hope or a fear per se. It just feels like a course of action. Oh, I'm thinking that something happened. Like, something's wrong here. Something was illuminated. Like, is this fox somebody else that did something that you're now going to cast judgment on? This is the root of the matter. Near future is like someone's moving forward and somebody is like wishing they can hide in plain sight. Like, what? Like, somebody can't hide, but they really want to, or they're trying to. What a weird reading. Your last reading had like a blockage. I feel like Libras are like going through something very unusual that like is almost beyond my comprehension because I'm really not that familiar with Libras. And I'm trying to like read the card, but like, what is even going on here? Outcome. Okay, well, whatever it is, you're gonna transmute it and heal from it. There was that whole blame, forgiveness, and oh man, blame, forgiveness, and what was that? Was it in the middle? Oh, guilt. Guilt, forgiveness, and trust. Ooh. You can forgive yourself for not noticing whatever was going on. Man. Okay. We're going to read that card. But at the end here, before we read that card, is the vulture transmutes energy. So, like, it eats that dying stuff on the road so that others don't get hurt. And then the frog is water energy just of healing. They allow themselves to sit in that cleansing water, which is usually a water, like a body of water. But this rain just reiterates the cleansing treatment, if that makes sense. Interesting. I'm guessing I meant to read the Skull of Light, because I haven't read this one yet. Let us see here. Skull of Light, Illumination. We can stay in the dark. That's kind of what I was getting at. That's kind of what I was thinking. We can stay in the dark, exist only in midnight hours, but shining the torch, the victories are ours. As the famous psychotherapist Jung suggested, knowing our own darknesses helps us cope with the darkness of others. Ah, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Taking the time to know thyself and to seek understanding of our more destructive or shadow natures can lead to huge happiness and less anxiety. The idea of being shown the way in the most difficult times and always knowing that we are never alone in the darkness are the keys to this magical element. Light is usually a comforting thing, yet sometimes we do not really want to see the boogeyman under the bed. It's too scary, too big, and we know not how to defeat it. Yet by simply shining the torch upon such darkness, the victory is ours. Should the Skull of Light enter your life, know that it is time to open yourself fully to the clarity of bright illumination. Allow yourself to be seen, to see, and act upon what is shown to you. The time has passed for hiding, for pretending, and for swallowing our discomfort by accepting the status quo when it really doesn't suit us. Wow! Sorry, honey. Does that not, summarize the possibilities of what happened in the second part of this? Something fucked happened, I think. And I'm so sorry. I can't imagine the depth of this. If you're dealing with a fox, finally calling judgment on, that's the root of the reading. The root of the matter. You feel like you have the Ten of Swords, and that you should have seen it. Oh, first of all, forgive yourself. I'll say, here's the thing. With this Skull of Light illumination, even if what you're having trouble with is that you did see it, and you saw it for a while, and you're hoping you were wrong, that's not your fault. And maybe you tried to do what you could. You probably did do what you could. While you could. But you can forgive yourself. I think we can even forgive ourselves for fooling ourselves. For a while. Assuming that we eventually make the changes and admit things to ourselves. It's a huge theme. This eclipse energy has been intense. All the lessons I've seen within myself and those around me, it's just what a short... there's been a building, of course. But this window of time is very, very illuminating. And I'll show you that card one more time because it's absolutely beautiful. Is that... I'm trying to think, is that really doing it justice? It's so pretty. Anyways. Good luck with this. I feel for you. See you again.